Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Apologies for the long delay, but I was out of town with my team at a tournament in Santa Maria. And shout out to all the coaches I hung out with and met. I had an awesome time hanging out and talking basketball and sharing knowledge. In particular, if you're looking for a really good funny basketball fix, you have to check out Verikoff Ball. He's got lots of tips for you, none of which are practical, but you'll be laughing your ass off guaranteed. That said, let's talk about the game day breakdown from today. I took the 1970 Game 7 NBA Finals, Lakers versus the Knicks. This is the game where Willis Reed comes limping out of the locker room in dramatic fashion. And I want to show you what they did back then and how the Knicks were able to so thoroughly dominate. In Game 5, Willis Reed tore a muscle in his leg, but they still won behind the stalwart play of Dave Stallworth. Back in LA, Willis Reed didn't play for Game 6, and Wilt Chamberlain had his way down low, and now the game is returned for Game 7 in New York, and no one's sure if Willis Reed is going to even play in this game.
Very critical. We heard Red Holzman say he expected him to start. We just had an announcement, and I think we see Willis coming out. There he comes right now. 6 feet 10 from Grambling. The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player in the NBA. Gets a standing ovation.
Exciting stuff, and to start the game, the Lakers get the ball, come right down to Elgin Baylor in the post. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of structure. Baylor looks like the shadow of his former self when he shoots an air ball here. The Knicks love to run, and they push the ball up the court. You'll see Wilt Chamberlain won't even bother looking at Willis Reed, who pulls up and hits a jumper from the foul line. Sorry, Jerry West fans, but look how he has to dribble with his right hand going to his left. You think he'd be able to do that in today's game? They would just rip him mercilessly. The Lakers run a little bit of a triangle action, you'll see. Elgin Baylor brings the ball up, looking a little gimpy on those knees. You'll see a triangle set up here. They throw it to Wilt and clear out. And watch Wilt how he waves that ball around like it's a grapefruit in his hands. That's crazy stuff. The Knicks come right back down, and this time Wilt Chamberlain is a little bit closer to Willis Reed, but he still buries that jumper from the wing.
Because we knew that half of Willis Reed was better than anyone else that we could put in the game. So when he came out and made his first 2 shots, it not only ignited the team, but the crowd became obsessed as well.
The Knicks didn't have structured offense, but you'll see Bill Bradley dribble to the pinch post here, and then Dave DeBusschere comes around and shoots a jumper. Good stuff. Remember, this is 1970, and so you'll see that Clyde Frazier is going to go behind his back with a dribble. Very rare at this time. And he torches his college roommate, Dick Garrett. Again, you're going to watch Jerry West bring the ball up in his right hand, going to his left, sort of shuffling that way. I can't understand why they don't steal it. But he gets to the post and does his patented show the ball and then duck underneath for a jumper off the glass. But that dribbling thing wasn't that uncommon. Dave DeBusschere also dribbles with his right hand, going to his left. Here's screen and roll just like they do now, although Clyde is so on fire he doesn't even need it and pulls up for a J. Here's another element of the triangle offense. After they feed Wilt, we'll see Jerry West go screen at the corner of the foul line, although he doesn't cut to the basket like I think he's supposed to back then. And there's Wilt's patented turnaround, but boy, is that an awful shot. The Knicks were on fire from the perimeter all game, and here's future Senator Bill Bradley from the top of the key. Vintage basketball here, the ball's at the high post, and they're going to do a brush screen where the guy in the wing cuts through and DeBusschere slides in behind him and gets a jump shot. Jerry West can dribble the ball with his left hand. Here's an example under pressure. And when he gets it to the post, he's going to feed Wilt. But it's weird because one of the Laker teammates of Wilt's will knock the ball with his head out of Wilt's hands, which will lead into a steal and a fast break for the Knicks.
But it's stolen away by Frazier. Frazier, number 10.
You may remember that the primary way that Wilt Chamberlain scored was his scoop finger roll right here, but he misses. Remember that left-hand dribble problem Jerry West has? Ooh, well, there's Clyde Frazier stealing it and getting the foul and a layup. Deep into the second half, you can see that the Knicks are really getting this game out of hand, and Clyde Frazier is still pressing the ball. He double teams in the corner, but the guy handles the pressure really well and is able to feed Wilt in the post for a powerful dunk. You'll see a lot of free-form, freelancing New York Knicks offense where they pass the ball to the top. The guys are kind of cutting through, there's a screen and roll. Look at Wilt here as he doesn't box anybody out. He's probably not used to doing that since he gets every rebound when he wants it normally. And then watch this impossible scoop shot over him by Bradley. Clyde Frazier was so hot in this game that when they do a screen and roll, Will is forced to come out. Nate Bowman hits a jump shot. Now you know you're in trouble when that happens. So the game ends with a Jerry West free throw and the clock runs out, and New York can celebrate their first ever NBA championship. So there you have it, sports fans. The Knicks were able to win 3 years later with a certain sharp-elbowed future coach in Phil Jackson. But the coach of the Knicks at that time was Red Holzman, who played directly for Nat Holman at CCNY and took a lot of his concepts. And if you look around the edges here, you're going to see Nat Holman all over the place. So thanks for joining us on B-Ball Breakdown, and don't forget, it's not a channel, it's a conversation.
Big man, you know what you mean to your teammates? You know what Bradley said about you?
No, he doesn't.
He said, just seeing you come out on the floor, put those guys together. And he spoke magnificently, he really did, about you men have coalesced, how you have. And truly, again, our congratulations. You've offered, I think, the best that the human spirit can offer.